We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a real Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it talk before the snow, we still gon' break holes. If we win the point fit, we choosing to kick, cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the league with our smash mouth beats, slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud, giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Welcome to another episode of Panda Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer. How you feeling?
Good. Bears win. I don't know. It feels weird still.
It did feel weird. The game was a little bit strange. The Bears did some shaking up on things that we didn't expect. I don't know. Let's just jump right into it. First question is Bagent the savior of the Bears?
No. Come on. No. Oh God, and it's every single one of my Facebook groups is just like, oh, well, it looks like Justin Fields is hitting the road. I was like, seriously? Like, seriously? Like, come on.
He threw for 162 yards, and I guess it's time to get rid of Justin Fields.
Yeah.
After those back-to-back 300 yard displays, but yeah. Let's do it. Get rid of him.
Yeah. It was like, oh, he read the defense better. I was like, what? Like,
he had an average of 2.1 yards of airtime of his throws.
Yeah. And they pulled him for the other good dude to throw the Hail Mary.
Because he doesn't have a strong enough arm.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, is that what we're just gonna do every time? It's like,
well, I feel like Bagent did some things well.
But, yeah, that's what I was like. He did what backup quarterbacks are supposed to do, and he did it really well. You know, exactly. He didn't change the game, which people are like, oh, he didn't change the game. He ran the offense very well, you know, very simple. You know, he didn't do anything crazy. And he allowed the defense to get time off the field, which was good, you know, because that's what a big worry is. He did what a backup quarterback did, and he had stats of what a backup quarterback has. So people losing their mind of him being the savior is insane. You know, but he's good. Don't get me wrong. He was definitely I don't want to say entertaining. You know, he was having fun out there for sure.
Yeah,
you know,
he was.
You know, and he was getting the crowd hyped, which is good. You know, I think they said over 50 of the tickets were like his family.
He bought 56 family tickets.
Yeah. It's so many, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, as a Bears fan, I was happy for the W, you know, because I saw other things that were better that I'm sure we're going to talk about. But as him, he did what a backup quarterback's supposed to do, and I thought he did really well as a backup quarterback. You know,
exactly.
So
I think that that's what we saw. We saw Bagent is now able to be a backup quarterback. He's probably going to be in the league for years because of this one start. They know that he can do it. My question is Getsy's offense that bad?
Yes.
Is it designed to only get your quarterbacks 162 yards because off of 30 throws? Is that the problem? The problem is like he has to dink and dunk, and if that is what it is, then you're right. We gotta get rid of Justin Fields because he doesn't mesh with you. He wants to throw the ball down the field. He wants to be able to have the whole thing. But I
was get rid of Justin Fields for a coach that doesn't know how to, or only knows how to coach backup quarterbacks, or do you get rid of the coach for somebody who knows how to coach all-stars? You know what I mean? You know, but that's also part of the problem, though.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's an all-star quarterback doesn't really need a good offensive coordinator. You know, because they're kind of doing it, and then good offensive coordinators become head coaches, so I mean that's kind of another problem.
I think Justin Fields is somewhere in between that. He's definitely not backup, but he's not an all-star yet. He's a guy who's coming into his own.
Mhm.
And he's learning, and the problem is this offense does not fit his skill set. He has a big arm. He has, likes throwing the ball deep. He's a big, strong, fast guy. He throws on the run. He holds the ball a little bit too long. Because you know who else? So they said Justin Fields holds the ball too long. Do you want to know the top 5 people who hold the ball too long?
I know Lamar Jackson's on there because holy shit, was it like 9 seconds? Like
number one, the number one person who holds the ball up besides Justin Fields is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that 100% makes sense.
Then Josh Allen.
No,
then Lamar Jackson.
Makes sense.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
It's like, look, what are you guys talking about, guys? That's what all of them do. You know who else held the ball a lot? Ben Roethlisberger. Because they're bigger, stronger, they're fast. And then they have to set their feet to do these things.
Yeah.
And they set their feet because I'm throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah. I feel though like Ryan Poles is on the page of I think he's on the page of what he needs to get around a player like Justin Fields, but for some reason he's never out there saying like Justin Fields is our guy. But I'm building a team around a quarterback that plays just like Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, but then he's your dude. You know what I mean? It's like if you have like a Mahomes type. I'm not saying he's Mahomes, but he's a very Mahomes type-ish, that very mobile, strong arm, new school kind of football, same thing with Josh Allen, so, Lamar Jackson, like you could do those things. Like this is the new thing. And I feel like Poles understands it, but the problem, the coaches don't understand it. But the problem, Poles wasn't a big involvement of getting the coaches, which
I think we need to get a new coach as soon as possible. But you know what the problem is? Eberflus is coaching the hell out of that damn defense.
Well, wasn't the new dude there this week? Then they hired somebody new.
Yeah, but Eberflus still was calling all the plays.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, he was hired like in the middle of the week, so I know he didn't get too much. But I mean, that makes sense because that's what he is. He's a defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not a head coach, dude. You're not. Like he's a good defensive coordinator. He's a good coordinator, I would say. Because where he was,
is he a good leader of men? I don't know if he is. Yeah, he's a defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis.
In Indiana, yeah. So I mean, that's what you are sometimes. I mean, what's his name? Oh my god, the last head coach. I don't even want to think of his name. He's over in
Matt Nagy.
Yeah, Matt Nagy. Not a great head coach. Pretty decent.
I don't know if he's all good offensive coordinator either.
I don't think so either.
He has Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
It's like,
it was like you had Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Which makes sense on why he's able to teach a backup quarterback better. Because that's all you had to work with, man. You never had to work with Aaron Rodgers.
Because it's a guy who's a clean slate that you can just teach to be a check down machine.
Yep.
And that's what he is. He's a check down machine, and that's really good. He reads defense and gets the ball out of his hands, and that works. But if you telling me you want an all-star quarterback, you want to finally have a top-tier quarterback, that can't be the guy.
No,
he can't be your guy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Kirk Cousins' watch was up. I saw you.
Hey, what's
up, boys? We think J-Mo is getting more volume with Marvin News. So what he's talking about is Marvin Jones has been released by the Detroit Lions, right? That means Jameson.
Did he get released? Because I read he stepped away.
Oh, I saw that he's leaving the Lions.
Yeah, I read that he stepped away, so it was his decision and not like Indiana or not Indiana. The Lions.
Detroit.
Yeah. Either way, he's gone.
Yeah. He said he leaves the team to tend with a family matter. I saw.
Yeah.
So, but it also said the Lions are parting ways with him. Does that mean Jameson is going to get the ball a lot more? Maybe. But Detroit has a lot of other things going on after that shellacking they just got.
Mm.
Like, They got beat like they stole something. I was like, whoa.
It's like a reminder, like, hey, you're still Detroit. Don't forget that. That's deep inside you. You don't forget that.
Oh man,
that was bad.
I was surprised by how bad the game was, but Detroit's still the cream of the crop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's just what it is. I mean,
I think it was just a really bad week, like for whatever reason.
Oh, I mean, we kind of talked about this. You know, golf is good at home, not as good away from home.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. You know, and Ravens looked like they were unbeatable. Like,
yeah. Holy crap, man!
I was like, I was in awe. I was like, what? Yeah, Anthony says, "Hey, what's up, Anthony?" Yeah. Lions defense made Lamar number one in MVP odds.
Mm-hmm.
He looked amazing. But you know what? I will say this: Lamar has been training this way. They opened up the offense, and it took a couple of weeks for him to really get what's going on, but it's been trending that way.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it amazing when you use someone's skill set and you try to tailor an offense around it, and then you give it a little bit of opening, but you still let him be him?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a novel concept, guys. just saying. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Don't try to squeeze the square in the circle hole.
Exactly.
That's what the Bears are doing. You're cramming it. You get in there.
All right, we got Steve and Joe. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
San Diego fellas traded away Waddle, Javonte Williams, and Ingram for Flowers, Goddard, and James Cook. I think I edged that trade since I needed more depth due to my buys coming up. Hey, this was a tough bye week, bro.
You're not kidding. You are not kidding. You know who saved me this week? Because I had like a good a third-ish of my team on bye week. I had randomly, because my kicker was on bye, so I'm like, I'll stream a kicker. I picked up Cleveland's kicker. Wow. He gave me, I think he tied for the second highest amount of points. I think he was 0.6 points away from McCaffrey. Like, he put up 22 points for me. So talk about a rough weekend. A kicker saved my butt this week.
So I scored in my dynasty. I scored 133 points. Me and Martin both scored about 132, 133 points.
Nice.
And no, we both lost. So the guy I went against had Deontay Foreman, had Jordan Addison, and Pat Mahomes.
Man,
those three players by themselves had 110 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is going on, guys? It was crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, we didn't.
Exactly, me and Martin. Well, we both had that. We were doing really well, but we got our butts whooped. We both
That's
lost.
the worst. That is the worst when you put up that, because that's a decent amount of points. 133 points is usually a W.
We were tied for second, like third and fourth. And fourth. Like the top two are 1 and 2. We are 3 and 4. Exactly. And we lost by like 30. It was crazy.
Wow. Yeah. That sucks.
That was funny.
Or you want to go back to his? I think traded with Wilder, got Javonte Williams, Ingram, Flowers, Goddard, and James Cook.
So Zay Flowers, Goddard, who hasn't been doing anything, James Cook hasn't been doing anything. So Zay Flowers is the only really good one there. Javonte Williams is more of a depth piece.
You got rid of Waddle. Waddle is your main guy, and Flowers is your main guy on the other side. Yeah. You know, Williams and I really haven't kept track of Ingram, but I haven't really seen his name too much.
Ingram is ranking like maybe like 6 or 7 among tight ends, but he's still doing fine. That's like this week, he's probably he's averaged around 9.3 to 10 points, so he's still solid. So I mean, overall, Goddard is not doing that. Even though Goddard has that top end talent, he's not doing it. So you basically got Ingram for Goddard, you got Javonte Williams for James Cook, which actually makes sense because I think Javonte Williams is coming off this thing of his injury, and he's going to be very positive. He did. Goddard did have a lot of points this last because Philadelphia has so many points. But James Cook, I think that's fine. I think what you did is you got more safer pieces. That's what I think he has. He has safer pieces.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I think you got safer pieces with what you got. No. So wait a minute. But I think the higher end problem. No, Goddard, James Cook, and Flowers. Zay Flowers is the highest of the bunch.
On that bunch, yeah.
I feel like Flowers is the highest of the bunch. Maybe I'm reading this wrong because I think Flowers and Goddard are actually probably higher greens from San Diego. Traded away Waddle, Javonte Williams, and Ingram, and got Flowers, Goddard. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
4.
I don't like James Cook, but
I don't like James Cook, but
Goddard has scored a lot of points the last couple of weeks, and Zay Flowers in that offense right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Mark's dad is the one who beat me, and he also had Zay Flowers.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah.
So that's not too bad. You got rid of Ingram and picked up Goddard, which it's probably because like Goddard's number 6 tight end, and like you said, Ingram's number 8. So that's right there.
But
so
it's
that's
the
not too bad.
same guy. But Goddard has a higher ceiling.
He has, a
higher ceiling.
Yeah, he put up 21 points a few weeks ago, especially if you get like in a PPR. You know,
Javonte Williams for James Cook, I think that's a wash.
All right.
And Waddle for Flowers. Flowers has been scoring a lot more, and the Ravens have been doing it. So, I think
it.
I think it's closer than I want to say. It's a close trade.
Yeah,
I think you got rid of sure things for a higher end people. So
yeah.
Let's see. Should I play Amari Cooper or Palmer this week?
Ooh. Man, I'm pissed I didn't play Palmer. I put him on my bench, and
me too.
He did pretty good. Palmer against Chicago. I mean, Chicago's that defense looked really good. But also that offense that we played was pretty trash. So,
well, I will say this about Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, through week 7, has the second highest PFF grade of all DBs.
Yes. Yeah.
He literally is killing it this year.
Yeah.
And now with those picks, he's actually producing something out of it.
Yeah. And I think supposedly they were talking extension this week. Like so I heard it today. And I know we talked about that earlier, that once they do the extension, that might boost his morale, because he might want to play harder because he's got his money, and then that might just make everyone else
even more than that. Like I think it boosts everyone else's morale too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's good, but Palmer's not bad. I don't know if he's gonna put up another 133 yards.
He might though.
He might. Cooper. I mean, who's Cooper playing?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Not Cooper Cup.
Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. No matter what, what's going on, he's good. Seattle. No matter what, I don't like their quarterback play right now because Deshaun Watson has a problem with rotator cuff, like a small tear or a rotator cuff, and basically it is a 4 to 6 week injury. If it was a baseball player, it'd be a 4 to 6 week injury. So because of that, I don't trust what they have as their backup because he was here, and we've seen it, and he got cut. That's why I'm going to lean.
Oh, appreciate it.
I'm going to lean towards Palmer this week.
Same. I mean, that's why I picked up Kareem Hunt, because I think he's going to get. He already got a decent amount of play the last couple of weeks.
He doesn't score touchdowns.
He always scores touchdowns. That's why I'm probably going to keep the kicker, because the dude can kick like a friggin' 50-something, almost 60-yard field goal. So, but as receivers, like you said, I might stay away just because a backup quarterback, like what we were saying earlier, backup quarterback's not going to really stretch the field like that, and Cooper might not get that many points. He got 3 points this last week. No, he was 8 targets and only 2 receptions.
I had Palmer on my bench. I had Cooper in my lineup, and
you had it the other way. I have Palmer. I'll probably go Palmer. Chicago's defense still got some issues, so he might get away with it. If it's a PPR league, I'll probably play Palmer.
So this is actually a closer
Sure.
question. Josh Palmer is ranked wide receiver 32, and Amari Cooper is wide receiver 37. So everything says Palmer, so we're going Palmer too.
Yep.
All right. Puka best waiver pickup for me this year, probably ever. Dude is legit. Cooper
He's having a year.
through 7 weeks has over 700 yards receiving for a rookie. You know who's the only other guy who has that many yards for a rookie receiving? Guess.
Was it DJ Moore?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Okay.
Jamar Chase is the only other receiver to have that many yards through 7 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what you got with Puka right now.
Yeah. I mean, he had a bad week against Arizona, but besides that, he has been really, really, really solid. Really solid. So yeah, that is definitely a really good pickup. Yeah. Right. He got to be everyone's waiver wire. Whoever picked him up in the waiver wire in whatever league.
You feel like you're winning.
That was definitely a big one.
You feel like
he needs more touchdowns though. He's just not getting a lot of touchdowns. But but all the yards and the receptions, when he gets a touchdown, you're talking about easily 15 to 20 points. Like week 4, he put up 26 points in a non-PPR league. So, damn. Yeah.
All right, here we got another question. We got Moss or Tajay Spears this week? I think that's easy for me right now because even though Tajay Spears is getting a lot of touches and they need to run the ball with him, Moss is running RB22 for the entire league right now. He's still getting the ball, even with Jonathan Taylor in the backfield.
Where are you looking at? Because on Sleeper, he's RB number 5.
So
he's overall.
I thought he's RB5 for the year.
Yeah.
So but for this week, he's actually RB22 ranked for this week.
Okay. Oh, okay. For the week. Yeah.
For the week. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
But Jonathan Taylor's actually RB15.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I like Zach Moss. I mean, Tajay Spears is coming off the bye week, so maybe he's maybe a little bit more fresher. They're going against Atlanta. Zach Moss is going against the Saints.
Oh, that's still very tough either way.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're gonna produce about the same roughly.
I'm still leaning towards
I'm probably leaning towards Moss too.
And my biggest reason is because of Tajay Spears. I honestly believe Derrick Henry's still gonna get the ball a lot.
Yep.
And when you talk about touchdowns, Derrick Henry's still gonna get the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll still go Moss for that because he's still getting volume.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stroud or Goff? That's a hard effing question.
Stroud's going against Carolina,
which tells you that they can go do whatever the hell they want. He's probably gonna throw for 1 billion yards.
And then Goff. I can't find
against the Raiders, and we just saw what the Raiders do. We just saw what the Raiders do. Oh man,
that's an interesting one.
It's at home too. It's at home, so I'm going Goff.
Yeah, as much as I want to go Goff.
I want to go Stroud. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm going Goff because he's at home. If he was away and Stroud was going against Carolina, I would go Stroud. But being home means we're gonna get prime Goff, and I think that they throw for a lot of yards.
Yeah, and I think after that beatdown they got, I think it's important for them to come out and kind of show them they're like, all right, we need to beat up on this shitty Vegas team right now, and kind of reassert their confidence and stuff like that. So,
and that offensive line is probably gonna be a minimum Crosby again this week. We do Max and minimum Crosby. It's probably gonna be another minimum Crosby this week because that Lions defense offensive line is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I know you got a few other ones.
Go ahead.
So before the game started, there was an interesting stat.
Mm-hmm.
So going into or we played 7 weeks. This for Chicago, the Bears. This was our 5th starting lineup O-line for the year out of 7 weeks.
Yep.
So that just shows like how much they're still trying to figure out the O-line. You're talking about like 5 out of the 7 weeks, it was a different starting lineup. One, injuries I know played a big deal, but just them trying to like figure it out. And I think they got a good because that O-line was pretty solid.
No, so they were great at running the ball. They were the 3rd ranked rushing offensive line this week. They were also the 2nd worst pass blocking offensive line this week. So that tells you something. So Jenkins is better at right guard. He's good at left guard too, but he's better at right guard.
Yeah.
Whitehair is awful no matter where you put him, but at least he doesn't have to snap the ball. Yeah, I think he's getting cut in the offseason. That's happening.
Yeah,
and they should have drafted John Michael Schmidt. They should have got a center.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. Yeah.
Lucas Patrick is not good, but he had a better game this week. Wright is good, and Borum is Borum. He's a backup lineman. That's just what he is.
Yeah. He was annoying out there. But yeah, I was just like, damn, really? So it was like, if you don't have a consistent O-line, then I mean that's just the start of your problems.
And that's why I say you build from your O-line, you build from your trenches, and you don't just try to go grab another quarterback and be stupid again. Bears.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, we got. Who can I go get for Achane right now? I'm good. I got a bad record and need to make some moves like now. Achane. So right now, how many weeks are we out for him? I believe
he expected to come back week 11.
Week 11, right? So we're talking about 4 more weeks still, right?
Yeah. Well, one good thing is week 10 is his bye week. So it's only really
3.
Well, 8, 9, and then 10's bye, and then he's coming back 11. So he's only gonna miss 2 more games, the next 2 games.
Okay.
Because he's expected to return week 11.
Okay.
So that's not too bad, but how's he gonna play after?
What would I look for? Honestly, I'll be looking for someone like.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
I'll look for Josh Kelly. Joshua Kelly would be the person I'll be looking for, because Eckler is always one play away from getting knocked out of the game, all the damn time. I don't know what it is about him, but he just can't do it. He can't stay healthy. And that's exactly what they said before the season. And it turns out they're right. He can't stay healthy.
So let us know, Chris, like, where do you think you need the help? Are you like running backs or receivers? Like what's going on? Because if you're trying to get rid of, Achane, whatever, then are you good at running back? And you need some receivers, or you're getting him because I don't know. Because I don't know what you could get for him.
You find someone who needs a running back and say in 2 weeks he's going to be coming back, and so you look for someone who could be a diamond in the rough that you could grab, that you feel like has a high upside.
Yeah,
and you gotta make some moves because you can't wait those 2 weeks.
No.
And that's what I'm saying.
You got to find somebody who has a good record, who's willing to make that trade, because he can sacrifice, I got a good record. Here's some of my backups, that could be possibly
you have a chance
good.
of a home run in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking for that. I think that's where you look. Joshua Kelly, I feel like, is the guy.
Yeah. One thing with trading, you just can't trade with whoever. You know what I mean? You have to trade with the right person for the right things. Like one dude in my league, he wants my Bryce Hall really bad.
Brees Hall,
yeah, Brees Hall. Sorry, and he wants him really bad, and he keeps offering me like trash. It's like, but also I can't afford to get rid of that running back. So why would I even trade for a player I can't afford getting rid of? So you have to find somebody who's willing to get rid of some of their players for your player, so and I feel like no one talks about that. It's always trash trades.
He's running back help. He's starving because he has Sanders and P. Ryan.
Yeah,
he's starting Sanders and P. Ryan.
You need a lot of RB help because Sanders has just been trash.
Who has Deontay Foreman?
That's not a bad one.
That's a good one to look. Who has Deontay Foreman?
Deontay Foreman's going to get up. Roshan Johnson to be coming back for the Bears, and I think he's going to do pretty good.
Gotta see him come back right now because that concussion protocol, you never know what happens with that.
Yeah. Well, Foreman is the guy.
Yeah, for the next 2 weeks, and he needs help now. For the next 2 weeks, that would be something I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to start looking at
Herb's not come back for another 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, do you go with like the dude that the Rams is picked Henderson?
Darrell Henderson is high on my waiver wire pickup. He's my number one running back pickup, and he's probably going to do better than Sanders and P. Ryan. Yeah.
So because I'm just saying that I know we have a section where we talk about trending, but if you're saying you're already bad, you probably might have a high waiver. Depending if you do have a high waiver, that's something you might need to look at too. Is not only trading but also the waiver wire. And Henderson is a really good pickup. 38% rostered in sleeper. I'm sure along other leagues he's about the same too. So
he is no matter what, because he literally just came off the trash heap.
Mm-hmm.
They just brought him back in, but they're using him because he knows the offense. He can get in there right now. So and we saw him last year doing the same thing.
Yeah. But even like Gus Edwards, 50-50, he's about 58%. He
had a good week this past week. Yeah,
he had a good week. So looking at the trash sheet might be able to help out too. But
I'll be happy with D. McCardle right now.
Yeah.
I said last week Zeke. I said Zeke has been good, man. So.
So definitely look at that. Joshua Kelly, like you said, from the Chargers. So and he's like 22% rostered. So he's definitely somebody to pick up.
Someone to look at. That's a really good one. So we got Sam Laporta or Ingram PPR. I'm going to Sam Laporta because once again, Detroit's at home. When they're at home, they're going to throw the ball all around the field. That's just what they do.
Yeah, and Laporta's been the dude. He has been the dude.
And once again, we said it's the Raiders.
Yeah. With a PPR, that's not bad.
Yeah. I think you'll do really well with Laporta this week. And the Jags play who this week? I believe they play the Steelers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's at the Steelers too, right?
At Steelers. Yep.
Yeah. So Laporta's the answer, no question.
I think so. I think he should be your answer pretty much every week. Laporta is number 3 tight end for the year. Kelsey obviously number 1. That doesn't even count. That shouldn't even count. That should be in a whole thing on its own. I'm not sure who number 2 is, but
probably Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I'm sure that is.
I'm gonna guess Mark Andrews number 2.
Yep, you were right.
Like usual.
Yeah. 1 and 2 right there. Yeah. So Laporta is usually the guy.
All right, so think the Browns regret that contract for Watson? The best ability is availability.
That is awesome. I do like that quote. That's awesome.
I say it all the time, and I do not think they regret it.
I don't think they do. He's still a great quarterback. It just missing a year and a half. How long did he miss?
He missed 700 days. 2 years, basically.
Yeah, that's
and
a lot.
Now he has the shoulder problem. And but you gotta do what you gotta do, to get somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
But I don't think they regret it, but I'm sure it hurts. I'm
well,
sure it
the
hurts when
contract
you.
looks fine now when you compare it to everybody else.
That's
Compared to
true.
Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and all these other contracts.
That is true, but yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, they don't regret it, but I'm sure, Leon, when you see that go down, you're like, oh, that hurts my wallet. But not regret though.
I think he just needs a couple good games.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is right now.
yeah.
Hey, what's up, B?
Oh, what's up, man?
So I'll get to your thing in a second. That thumbnail is killing me. Hey, that's my point. It's like, is he the savior? Like, come on, bro. Come on.
I didn't even see the thumbnail. Let me see what the thumbnail is. You usually make pretty good thumbnails. The bear ones.
It's funny.
Oh. Yeah. That's funny.
Is he the savior of the Bears? Oh, guys. We'll get to that a little later. And he says, free Justin Fields. No. Matter of fact, I agree that maybe you don't give him the contract right now. I agree. But I will go in, I will pick up his 5th-year option, and I'll do the 4th and 5th, knowing I'll give him the Lamar Jackson treatment. Until I'm not gonna give him the contract until I know he's learned the offense. I know they know he can throw the ball, get it out of his hand. But I'm building the team around him. That's the best thing to do is get the Carolina pick, be number 1, and then trade back to 4 and 12 or something like that. Like that's your thing. So you have like 4, 10, and 12. That would be the best thing to do. Can you have 3 of the top 12 picks to build your team around? Have a great defensive line. Go get Marvin Harrison Jr. Go with DJ Moore.
Gotta fix that O-line.
Gotta
fix that O-line.
I don't know. I think that if you get a left tackle, I can get you Marvin Harrison Jr., a left tackle, and a great rush, all in the top 12 picks.
I'm good with that.
You're done. You won. Yeah. You're winning.
Yeah, and I'm sure they still have. How much money would they have left? They would still have a buttload of money left to go.
Have 2nd rounds, and 3rd rounds, and 4th rounds, and 5th
rounds.
Too,
yeah. Well, I'm just thinking of experience talent. I'm sure you can go and get some people off the free agent when
you get the best center in college football.
Mm-hmm.
You get the best center in college football with a 3rd round pick.
Yeah. So,
Peanut Butter and Waiver says, to me, Deshaun Watson has confidence issues right now. Okay. To me, Deshaun Watson has shoulder issues right now.
Yeah, obviously.
And unfortunately, he can't get a massage.
Stop.
AB, I see what you say. I want to bring that up in a second. All right, so since we went through this real quick, I do want to go through something with PFF grading real quick for the Bears Raiders game, and then I'm going to go right into our waiver wire pickups because I have some really good ones and some interesting thoughts on these. So, first thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give you a chance to tell me who the top 3 offensive PFF graded players for the Bears this past week.
Oh, for sure, Foreman. Obviously, right? Has to be.
He is number 4.
Okay. Offensive. Scott is up there because he had a lot of catches and stuff like that. But we kind of expected that. Remember, it was like who's the guy he throws to all the time in practice? Because they're both B squad guys.
He didn't do bad. He didn't do bad.
I don't know if is he up? Was he on that list though?
No.
I'm sure the QB's on there, right?
Yes, Tyson Bagent 74.5.
Yeah, he had to be up there because I think he had
the way.
Yeah. What was he?
72% of his completion percentage.
Yeah.
Average ball flight of 2.1 yards. Lowest in NFL history.
Where everyone's talking about that record. Everyone else will talk about all these other Bears records. I don't know who else.
He's our best player.
DJ Moore?
Yes, DJ Moore
Yeah.
got 75.2.
That makes sense.
And then Mercedes Lewis got an 85.2. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Because he knows how to block.
Yeah.
He knows how to block.
He almost had that touchdown.
Yep.
He was so close for that touchdown, but yeah,
And
that makes sense too.
He looked old.
He did. Yeah.
Now, surprisingly, our bottom 3 offensive players.
I mean, Borum's on there, right?
Borum's on there, but he's not the worst tackle on there. The biggest surprise is not Borum. Borum's actually scored. He did okay pass blocking. He just did terrible run blocking.
Well, he was the weak link in that run block scheme.
Think Young.
Who was that, Jenkins or Braxton Jones?
No, Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright was a
really
45.
okay.
And then Cole Kmet was a 45.8.
Okay.
And no list at the bottom is complete without white hair because he's still 49.2.
Yeah.
Because he's just awful.
It's just trash. The Kmet, it's kind of surprising, but not really because I'm trying to remember if I heard his name really.
He missed
a few.
He has not been playing well. Unless he catches the ball, he's not playing well right now.
Yeah. But,
okay.
Yeah, Darnell Wright's kind of surprising though.
Let's go right to defense. What do you think? Who the highest? Give me your top 3 defensive players. You think?
Well, JJ's up there because he's just the best guy.
It's number 1 at 85. Yeah. There's one guy that's 1/10 of a point below him.
Really? Is that a linebacker?
No, he's like one though.
Who is one of the other corners then, right?
He's a safety.
Safety. My God. Oh my God. Why am I Jackson?
Jaquan.
Oh, Brisker. Okay.
Brisker got 84.9.
Wow. Okay.
And then the third is tied with Kyler Gordon at 71.3 and Javon Dexter was 71.3.
Really? Okay, that's surprising. I knew our secondary was really good last week. You know,
they did really, really well. And tackling wise too, they did a great job.
Yeah.
What up, man? Rasta?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? You didn't hear us complain, but you can come and complain on our show about Brock Purdy if you want to.
That's those 90s.
If you want, we'll trade you Justin Fields for your entire defense. Even then, that makes you feel sad.
Yeah, right. Just saying it.
All right. And our bottom 3, real quick.
Oh my God.
Zach Pickens, the worst. Tyreek Stevenson, the second worst. And Dominic Robinson, the third worst.
Okay. Yeah. I guess definitely those first 2, Stevenson and Pickens. Yeah.
Deontay Foreman and Tevin Jenkins were the 4th and 5th best offensive player.
Okay. I was surprised that Foreman was not a little bit higher.
And he can't catch the ball. Here's a question from Josh. Would you trade Carr for Roshan Johnson and Jonnu Smith? 20-man PPR. My roster is Russ, JT, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Christian Kirk, Kmet, and Jacoby Myers.
That's, man.
I wouldn't want to start Russ, man. But Carr's not good either. Ugh.
Yeah, I was like, it's not much better with Carr. How long is Carr out for? I think he's out for another week, right?
Let's look.
I think he might be out for another week. No, I was saying he's back. He should be back.
Yeah, I didn't think he was out at all.
Oh no, I'm not. I wasn't thinking Carr. I was thinking. I was thinking somebody else. My bad.
I think the answer is I would rather trade Russell Wilson. For and the thing is, Roshan Johnson for you will be your backup, right? So you have
Yeah, it has to be.
JT and Aaron Jones, but Roshan will be your padding it because Aaron Jones has been out so much. JT is doing fine, but Roshan's also been out a lot. So trading a quarterback for that running back is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but you get a really solid tight end. And right now, what's
Janu's been doing pretty well actually, but so had I mean, Atlanta's been throwing to their tight ends all the time. I'm actually surprised Desmond Ridder is doing as well as he is doing.
That's not too bad. If I would say go for it if you can find somebody on
waiver, someone
you
that you find for
free
a quarterback.
You know,
if it's 20-man PPR,
20-man. That's why you're not gonna have,
and that's my concern by trading away Carr. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Just being honest with you, Josh, I will worry because 20-man PPR, that means your backup is like gold, really. So I feel like you get more than Roshan for Carr.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I think you get more. I love Roshan, but Deontay might get the lion's share of the carries for the next couple of weeks. Even though Roshan's the more complete back.
Yeah. I mean, if you're worried about a backup running back, I think you can find some, we'll get into like some of the waiver wire pickups. Yeah.
Like if you're looking at Roshan, you get DeMarcado. Yeah.
We were just saying Henderson, he's very low, rostered. But somebody might be able to pick up, and he might be a starter sooner than later.
Wow.
Well, Austin Eckler,
Yeah, I can say about Joshua Kelly. Yeah, well, Austin Eckler always.
Kelly, and then if you need a tight end, I know Komet's not the best performing one. A 20-man league's hard because you're really, when it comes to the waiver wire, you're kind of looking for that. Yeah.
So
you're looking for just
PPR, like, start 3 wide receivers, 4 and 3, tight end the struggle. Yeah, my wide receivers are. So Keenan Allen, Puka, Ayuk.
Not bad.
Yeah. I'm around St. Brown, Rashee Rice on the bench. Guy in the league needs wide receivers and had Goddard and Laporta. I traded Ayuk or too much. I wouldn't be afraid to trade Ayuk, honestly, for Laporta. Or Goddard.
I mean,
because of what you have Keenan Allen, you have Puka.
St. Brown. I'm assuming it's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He's good. Keenan Allen, Puka.
You have 3 there, and Rice, who only catches touchdowns. That's all he does, catch touchdowns.
Yeah.
So,
if you really need a tight end,
I would do that.
I would try to. Would you go Goddard or Laporta? I think if you're going half PPR, Laporta might be worth a little bit more, but not much more. But I would still go after Laporta first. If he doesn't want to do it,
Laporta, I think Goddard is going to be better towards the end of the season. Goddard right now is he's tight end 6, and Laporta's tight end 5.
Yeah,
but he might be tight end. It might be 5 and 7.
I think it
might be 7. Like Laporta might be behind Goddard right now, honestly, because Darren Wallace probably up there still.
I just had.
That's what I'm thinking. I think Ayuk will still be
Goddard 6 and then Laporta's 5, so they're right there. So
hey, but he has Kincaid, Ferguson, and McBride on the wire. I'm picked 12 on the waiver, so you're not going to get that. So like I said, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get that. And he starts 4 wide receivers normally, and Rashee Rice is going to help be good. The problem comes with your bye weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, the next couple weeks is because bye weeks obviously started, already. But for me, I think from what I was looking, I think the next like this week and the next couple weeks, or this past week and the next couple weeks are going to be. You might have like a few people on your team on bye.
I had it all. I had all of them this week.
Yeah,
all of them.
All of them. Yeah, yeah. I was in a bad position. And then Roshan was out. I'm like, oh man, I have no running back, and I saw Antonio Gibson down there. I'm like, oh, thank God. 3 points is better than 0.
That is true. That's true.
Yeah.
But no, I hate you giving the Brand Ayuk, especially because he's their number 1 receiver. Yeah, but I probably will still do it, especially if you're 4-3 and you need that tight end pushes you over the top. I might do it still.
Yeah. So Ayuk is overall 61. Overall 61, and Goddard is overall 124. Laporta is overall 71.
Yep.
Overall 71. So, oh no, Laporta is tight end 3.
So you might even be able to get something else. Laporta and backup running back.
Yeah.
Give me Laporta and the backup running back, and I'll give you, Ayuk.
That sounds not bad. If you need a good one and a backup running back, which ain't bad right now this time of year, it's not bad.
I think that's where I would go. I would go with that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back to roster over here.
Well, okay, would you wait? Like you said, he's 12 on the waiver wire out of 20. And you say,
no one on that waiver wire
that's going to stay around.
Yeah, no, so Kincaid, Ferguson, and McBride.
Ferguson's
the guy I'm looking at.
I know why Ferguson's on there, because everyone dropped him because he was on a bye week.
On bye week, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you're probably not going to be able to grab that. And Ferguson puts you in the same position as Having Komet.
Yeah, kind of.
It really is.
Kind of. Yeah.
So
what's he got? Is that it? We're all caught up?
Yeah, roster. What kind of week was this? So many upsets. Glad y'all gave me that work on that to the Raiders. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know what's up with my Niners. You can have this version of our defense. And you can have this version of Justin Fields, the one who can't grab the ball.
Yeah, right.
Well, if he's healthy, I want him back.
Yeah. So here I got a question.
You're welcome.
Real quick. So like I know we're talking about Josh.
Rasta says, don't trade Ayuk. Everyone is struggling tight end unless you have Kelsey or what's his name from Baltimore?
Andrews.
Yeah, Mark Andrews. If one of those guys get hurt or during the bye, you need that wide receiver depth. I hear you. His problem is he's 4-3. And what he's doing right now, he's trying to figure out a way to make some distance. And Rashee Rice is scoring all these points on this bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
He says the replacement value is nearly the same. So like you could upgrade your tight end and then look at what wide receiver. But
yeah,
Brandon Ayuk is a number 1 wide receiver. So
yeah. I mean, don't give up anything easily. Yeah.
He's saying same value for a tight end. So, and you hope Cole Kmet gets back into the thing. I hear you.
Yeah. So this is what I got. So I got Josh Palmer right now is starting, but I also have T. Higgins, and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, I'm kind of over. He has not done anything.
You are so wishy-washy with your guys.
No, Devontae Smith, I've been saying for a while. Besides that 1 week where he put up 20 points, the rest of the weeks he hasn't done nothing, man. And I keep leaving him in my starting lineup, and he keeps. I'm not gonna drop him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna drop him, but I don't know if I'm going to start him. But he is going against Washington. So it's like
who's been giving up a lot of points, and they're
again. I was like, do I do it? But AJ Brown bitched and moaned, and now he's the dude. It was like, shit. That's all you gotta do. He's got to have a little hissy fit, and then
every throw, he gets every single one.
Yeah, So and Devontae Smith, I was like, all right, have your hissy fit, man. Like I need you to catch the ball. But I mean, do I go Josh Palmer? Higgins, which we're dealing with that going against San Fran. Or do I stay with Devontae Smith? Part of me wants to stay with Devontae Smith. I'm tired of getting burned, but
yeah. I mean, I will always be playing the matchup.
Yeah, same.
That's the thing. And Jalen, after having a bad game, always has a great game.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
Who do the Eagles play?
Eagles play Washington.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Devontae is why you have to leave him in.
It might be that 1 week where he really might pop off.
Yeah,
where there might be enough for him and AJ Brown to really both eat. But even I have Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin was putting up some decent amount of points.
Jelly says that's a wash.
That's a wash. Yeah.
I mean, all these questions are always hard. You look at your rankings, you try to figure out who's the best wide receiver, you can put in. But matchups matter. Matchups really do matter.
Which is why I'm probably going to leave McLaurin in against the Eagles, because I think their secondary isn't the best.
Yeah, they also just got a great safety. Tennessee.
Oh, he meant they were playing Washington.
Oh, playing Washington. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I honestly, I would go Palmer and Smith. And play the odds.
Well, then I also got Jordan Addison. Addison plays. He is my starter, like no question. He's number one.
Their number one guy.
But do I play Josh Palmer over McLaurin for flex? Because on my flex, I mean, I got Roshan, but I'm not going to play him. I got Palmer, Gibson. I'm not going to probably play Gibson. Sanders, I'm probably not going to play him.
No,
and then Higgins.
Oh man,
so that's why I was like, go Palmer over McLaurin, but McLaurin had a really solid week this past week. The last couple of weeks, 14 points last week. Look, this so week 1 he had 5 points, then 16, 10, 22, 8, 14, 15. So Scary Terry's been not bad.
No matter what, man, you get because he's their number one guy. You gotta go Scary Terry.
Yeah. As much as I do like Josh Palmer, so
yeah, I like Josh Palmer too. I think he'll do well too against the Bears. He's that type of guy that will do well. Yeah.
He might be the guy that after this week I might not place Smith, and then I more look at the matchups. But I mean, Smith is going Dallas by Kansas. Yeah, this might be the last week I start Devontae Smith for a while.
You say that, yeah. I don't believe it.
I mean, you need to, right? I mean, how long are you gonna run on that? I did the same thing with Miles Sanders. Like I lost, a game because I played him.
Honestly, I think Devontae Smith is better than Terry McLaurin. So like
100%. Like as an athlete, as a player, 100%. But for whatever reason,
no, I'm saying going against Washington.
What do you mean?
Going against Washington, I would take Devontae Smith.
Oh, yeah. Going against Washington, yeah, you're 100% there.
And that's why I would probably start both of them going against each other.
Yeah. Which that's what I got.
Those two and Jordan Addison. That's where I would go.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see Breece Hall, see him come back after a bye week. Hopefully he just runs over that Giant defense.
Oh, he's on. Yeah. Their heart's almost out.
Yeah.
The other league, hold Jeff Wilson running back 5 or 6 or drop to grab Dak as a backup to Burrow. He dropped AR. Yes. No. Drop Jeff Wilson to grab Dak. If you could do that, do it. Can you have Dak as your backup to Burrow? I think that's great.
So you're getting rid of Jeff Wilson
to grab Dak.
Grab Dak? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because his whole Jeff Wilson or drop to grab. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. A drop. 100%. Go get Dak.
Yeah. That league, I honestly believe you go get Dak because you need that backup for Burrow. One thing that you're good about is that Burrow actually already went through his bye.
Yeah.
Last week was his bye, which killed me. Because I have him and Chase as my stack. But yeah.
And you still put up 130 without the stack?
No. I that's the stack is the league I lost by 0.2.
Oh.
Yeah. Because Brandon Ayuk, that's why I'm mad at Ayuk right now. Brandon Ayuk had 8.7 points in the first half and did not have a catch in the second.
Didn't do nothing. Yeah. Yeah. That was a weird game for like Rasta was saying it was been a crazy week, but that game was
pathetic. This guy is.
I didn't mean to click that, but that kind of worked.
It worked. It was good.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. So let's go through our waiver wire pickups real quick.
Cool.
My first one I want to start. I don't usually start at quarterback, but this week I will. Because someone I'm really interested in trying to maybe look at is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, he's been designated for return off the IR left last week. So he has 21 practice days. It looks like he will have practice for 2 weeks. So last week was his first one, the next one before he makes the return. So that puts him like week 8, week 9. We're looking for him. I would jump at if I have a chance to grab him late in my waiver or even past waiver wire and he's just on the scrap heap. I would look to grab Kyler Murray. I think that would be a great to pick up.
Yeah, if you're struggling, because on Sleeper they're saying he's most likely to return week 10. So if you can hold on. But he probably could come back against.
He comes back week 9. I think
week 9 against Cleveland.
Yeah, I think he comes back week 9.
I can see that.
So that's the one I really like it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like that one.
Said traded for Chase today.
Nice.
Other wide receivers, AJ Brown, Tyreek. What?
Man, dude.
Hey, that's called winning, bro. That's called winning.
Yeah, this gotta be a different league, right?
It's Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Tyreek, Myers, and Godwin. Dude.
Yeah, this gotta be a different league, right? Because there's a whole different setup. But damn, you traded for that and you got those guys. Wait, what you trade to get Chase? Because I was like, you got to be struggling at running back because those are really solid receivers, man. Holy shit. Wow.
All right, so Anthony Rosser said basically they said week 10 earliest for Kyler, then he has week 10 is the last week he could actually come in. Rosser, so because he always activated. So this is week 8, so 7, 8, 9, 10 is the latest he can come in, or you don't activate him. And then he has a bye week 13, takes a couple of games for him to get up to speed, preseason, awful playoff matchups. I'm staying away. The thing I'm thinking is you don't get a QB1, a possible QB1 in the middle of the season on a waiver wire. So if you're looking on a waiver wire right now, you're looking at Desmond Ridder, Gardner Minshew, or Kyler Murray. I would go jump for Kyler Murray and wait until see if he's worth it because you're probably not starting him. But the possibility is what you're jumping at. The opportunity to grab someone who has more talent, I would probably still do.
Yeah, I get it.
No, but
I don't mind it. I like that. I like it. Obviously you're not picking up to start. If you need another good quarterback and the guy you have right now is like okay,
In my mind, it's like jelly in the month right now. So he has Joe Burrow, who always just went past his bye week, right?
Mhm.
And you want to have a backup instead of getting Dak. Maybe you go get Kyler Murray, because you don't have to worry about coming in right away. But he has a high upside, and you're stopping everyone else getting him.
Yeah.
He says, look how Javonte and Brees look coming off of ACL. He won't be ready this fantasy season. I think quarterback's a little bit different than running back.
Yeah, especially with the ACL. I mean, he is quote unquote running
greater than Kyler. But I'm saying if you waiver wire, most leagues you're not going to have Dak as an option.
Yeah. Well, I was saying, like, say if you don't have Dak and you have Jeff Wilson, I'll get rid of Jeff Wilson and pick up Kyler.
Yeah,
exactly. Like I'll do that. But I mean, he has a chance to get Dak. I would probably agree with Rasta and go after Dak over Kyler if that's like your option. But
if your backup is Desmond Ridder right now,
so
you're Desmond Ridder or Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
and you already passed your bye week. That's where I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kyler is a running back that throws and no weapons.
And no weapons.
He says, don't do it full scope. Oh, I cannot wait till next week when we come back and say Kyler Murray is no.
Get out of here, man.
That's blasphemy.
I mean, Ridder's been pretty, good-ish the last couple weeks
for 2 weeks, but no, he's been awful. Also, no.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I need to find a league that we're in that you have Desmond, you have Kyler Murray. I was like, hey, I'll give you Desmond Ridder for Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
Anyone you looking at a quarterback?
Actually, a couple.
Oh, not 100%. I got you. I know.
Yeah, it's fancy. Oh, yeah. Gardner Minshew is still 13% rostered.
Yeah.
Like that dude, like had a really solid game against Cleveland. He put up 34.
He won that game.
Yeah,
away from him.
yeah, I know. Oh man, so I mean, he had some fumbles. It is what it is. We still put up 34 points. But again, like you said, a starting quarterback in the middle of the season, it's hard to find. But again, he's probably not going to be your starting quarterback. He's definitely going to be a backup, stuff like that.
Someone you're trying to get off the waiver wire.
Yeah. The other ones I was trying to figure out with the situation in Tennessee.
I don't think so, but okay.
For the rest of the season, LOL. You just like the mustache. That's
exactly. He loves the porn mustache.
Yeah. But the whole issue going on in Tennessee right now, who's going to be the starter? Is it going to be Levis or Willis? And I'm not saying pick up one of them.
I think it's going to be Willis though.
I think it's going to be Willis as well. But I mean, if you want to gamble and maybe see what happens, maybe
that's a terrible gamble.
As a horrible game, it is. But that is super curious for me. Is like Malik Willis. I mean, the dude's 2% rostered,
and that's on his mom and dad.
Yeah. But also with Tannehill, how long is Tannehill going to be out for? He's only going to be 1 week, right? I think only week 8. So it's not like a long term. He didn't practice, so.
They said if no Tanny, both QBs will play.
Yeah, they're gonna split.
If you have 2 QBs, that means you don't have one.
Yeah. But also, it's like, what if whoever you put in the first half, is just going off? Like, how can you stop that? It's like, well, I really want to see what the other guy got. It's like, unless you're just losing by a lot, then yeah, maybe. But otherwise, I mean, you let that ride.
It's such a college thing to do to say I want to play both guys. I just don't understand it.
But man, honestly, I mean, Minshew is really the only dude I'm looking at right now.
Mark saying, Tank, ain't nobody got time to gamble.
Yeah, that's why. But quarterbacks, it's usually like you should have your starting quarterback right now, unless, but for whatever reason,
you think it's super flex leagues.
It's
super flex, and then you have opportunity to grab someone who could be an RB1. Possibly.
Yeah. But That's why I like Minsu. I think he's gonna be pretty solid, man. You know, like because he goes out there and he just has fun. Like he doesn't give a shit, and it's pretty fun to watch just as a fan. But even as a fantasy, for whatever reason, man, he just puts up pretty decent. He doesn't put up great points, but he puts up consistent, decent points.
I think it has nothing to do with Gardner Minshew. I think it has everything to do with Josh Downs.
Yeah, around him, everything. You know, like, oh, you got Pittman, you got Downs, you got
Pittman all of a sudden looking good.
JT and Moss behind you. So yeah.
So the last 3 games, Josh Downs has averaged 7.4 targets, 5.6 receptions, 67 yards, and almost half a touchdown. That's averaging 14.7 points per week PPR.
Yeah,
that's what Josh Downs has been doing.
Yeah. Dude is.
He's only 36% rostered, guys.
Yeah, shit on sleeper he's 4, which is still really low.
So and then what about Kendrick Bourne? I mean, Devontae Parker is not a thing. You know that.
Yeah.
You know? His route participation is over 90% for like 3 straight weeks. I think he's getting over a quarter of the targets from everybody. Mac and Cheese seems to like him. He might be someone to grab off the heap.
Yeah.
You got anybody?
He was on my list. You know, because he's about 40% rostered. But what else you got?
I mean, Jalen Hyatt is an option.
Okay.
You know, maybe Darnell Mooney.
Mooney isn't too bad. What is this? Brandon Powell. You know, he's probably not the best, not the worst. So if you need somebody for like a bye week to stream for whatever reason, if you really need some good.
No, he's been replacing JJ pretty well. So I mean, Powell's been something.
Yeah, I think he put up 9 points last week.
No, I think he's number 4. Number 4, yeah.
Yeah.
He was 17. I think he's 4 now.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, it's not the worst if you need, and he's 5% rostered, so you definitely there's a really good chance you could pick him up. You know, but yeah, receivers kind of, you know, if you haven't picked up Josh Palmer, I don't know why are you waiting?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
He's 60% rostered on sleeper. So, but Bourne was my number one. You know, being under 50% rostered and being the guy. Real quick, since we're talking about New England, what the hell was that like celebration that Mac and Cheese did? What was that? That's something like my toddler does. You know, it was one of the worst. Like
he hasn't been there before.
The other way, still doing the stupid. That was one.
He hasn't been there before. They said, you know, Plex, you've been there before, and he hasn't been there before.
So he doesn't know how to celebrate.
It was like,
that was a horrible celebration. He put his hands down. He was kicking like, I was like, what the fuck? And and all the memes and all the jokes about it was so funny because he comes running in, but then he kind of turns as everyone else is celebrating. And he's doing his little running dance thing that was.
Hey, when you've got benched multiple times, why not?
I guess
I'm not mad at you.
I guess, but if that's the thing that everyone's talking about, the week that you kind of have a good week is your shitty celebration.
What you gotta do then.
There's something. Oh man, but yeah, that was funny.
All right, what you got for running backs?
I know we are talking about Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he's number 1 on both of ours. 38% rostered. He's gonna be the dude. DeMarcado, I think we also talked about him. What else I got on here? Joshua Kelly. The dude's 22% rostered. Like he is for sure somebody you go after.
Hey, it's the Panda Egregious show. Roshan Johnson. The Bears are going to run the ball. If Tyson Bagent plays again, they're going to run the ball
a lot.
Yeah. I expect 35 carries coming out of this game. They probably
Mhm.
only have 65 possessions that they're going to run.
Mhm.
65 plays that they're going to run. So I'm going to say 35 of those are going to be runs, and that means both Roshan's going to have the ball and Deontay Foreman's going to get it, and whoever does the best out of those will get the ball the most. So I think Roshan's another good pickup still.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you're in a really, really desperate place, Zeke is scoring touchdowns, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel Elliott that's all he does is score touchdowns now. He's now a touchdown vulture. That's what he's good at. That's what he does.
Yeah.
All right. What you got tight end? You give me one, I'll give you one.
God. I also look at like how what are the odds of you getting the player? You know what I mean? Like I could say Schultz, but Schultz is like 60-ish% roster, so there's not a good chance. McBride 8%.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So Martin has been singing the praises of Trey McBride for years.
Well, there you
and
go.
now with what's his name? Zach Ertz going to IR again. He keeps on going to IR. I think this is the time to get Trey McBride. I think he is probably the number one tight end pickup because he's so low with being rostered. Like the percentage is like under 10%. So I would definitely be looking at Dalton Schultz. The Trey McBride.
Trey McBride.
It's Trey McBride.
Yeah. Was it Kincaid? Kincaid? Yeah. He's 42% on sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a chance depending on where you're at on the waiver list. Yeah, because I mean Knox, being out for a while, Kincaid might be the dude. He'll put up 11 points against 11 fancy points against New England. So
I like Kincaid. I like that a lot.
Yeah, but again, like he's 42%, so there's somewhat of a chance if you're up in the top 5-ish, maybe you might be able to get him. But McBride, I think you for sure should be able to get him. He should be available.
Michael Mayer. I think once again he got a chance to seeing him. Obviously he's someone they're looking for.
Yeah.
Probably the best routes that are being ran.
I picked them up because I needed to stream Ferguson for the week. He didn't really do much, but I saw the potential. So if you really need a tight end, I think if you stick it out for a couple more weeks, I think he might be like pretty consistent at least.
I mean, and the only other answer is Voldemort. Here on the Dynasty Pylon, we're now allowed to say his name.
Yeah.
He needs to be named later for the Saints. But Voldemort, you always could grab him, guys. He had a career high in routes run. So
okay, I was like, he had his best week last week, and he put up 14 points. That's his best week.
Throwing the ball.
Yeah, was like the last 5 or 6 games. It's like desperate mode.
So no, that's what we got right now. You got anybody else you want to look at?
Not really, man. Not really. I mean, yeah. Like for me, if you still have a kicker like Dustin Hopkins in Cleveland, I think that's a must. That is a must. That dude saved my week this week. And I think he's gonna be a really solid. So he nailed 44, 54, 54, and a 58 yard. Like just this past week. So he's obviously a really good kicker, and I think with Watson being out, they're gonna have more chance. I think they're gonna with Hunt and Ford, they're gonna push down the field pretty well. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get to the end zone all the time like that. So that means, now that we know this dude can kick, you just have to get to the 50-yard line and he can kick a field goal. So if you need a kicker, I know we really don't talk about kickers that much, but somebody who's that strong and that accurate, if you need a kicker,
I was go for whoever's got the highest point projection for kicker.
Usually. No, I don't even look at projection. I just look at like who they're playing. That's usually what I look at. Like how often are they going to score or not score?
Kickers suck. So you got to figure out.
Kickers are not fun.
Yeah. So I just whatever I can figure out. Whoever bad offense got score kicker.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there was one the rookie at in the Seahawks. I have him down right here. Jake Bobo. He's 2% rostered. Got that touchdown. 61 yards and a touchdown in this past week. Caught 4 out of 5 with a 61 and a touchdown.
That's because DK was out.
DK was out. Is DK coming back?
I mean, he was questionable going all the way into the game.
Yeah, so this looks like unclear status for week 8. So
it's hard wasting a waiver wire pick on him. He's one of those guys that you're picking up off the scrap, after waivers.
Yeah. But that wouldn't be too bad. Just in case if you need something. But if DK's out again, you might not be too bad.
Yeah, it may be. But if he's there, you wasted.
Don't waste the waiver wire. That's after waiver wire scrap heap kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. We have a couple more minutes. I got a question for you. Where do you have the score for the Bears game?
Why you bring that up? Oh man. In LA, I think they're gonna lose. I want to say either 9 or 10. I think the Bears either score 1 touchdown or a bunch of field goals, and then it'll probably be like, how's that, 10-21. Something like that.
I got the Bears losing 18-21.
18-21?
Mm-hmm.
18. So you think they're going to march down the field a little bit?
I think they're going to do just fine.
Yeah.
I think they're going to run the ball. I think they know that. And, you run at Bosa. You run away from Khalil Mack.
Mm-hmm.
You try to make him non-existent in the plan. And they have enough to do that. But I think Herbert has enough of an arm talent at the end of the day to score enough points to win.
Yeah.
18-21, LA Chargers, but the Bears keep it interesting.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I don't have the stats on it, so I don't know if it's an actual thing. But usually, whenever I see a backup quarterback play more than one game, now they got video on you. Now they can watch you and figure you out. Because they got college footage and shit like that. That doesn't count. You're playing pro. Now. So the first game, a backup QB usually does okay, like what he did. But now they can see what you do. And now they can actually prep for you. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to prep for him and they're going to pick him apart. And I think we're going to see.
They're going to press their receivers and make him throw the ball long.
And I don't. Tyson is not going to have another good game. I don't think so.
There you go. 18, 3 touchdowns. They all miss extra points. What's that going?
That's true. Because it'll be what. Yeah, shit. How do you get 18?
I think he gets 1 touchdown. It's going to be a rushing touchdown. I have a lot of field goals.
Even then, it's only 19.
I thought it was a 2-point conversion. Oh, no. So, it was a 2-point conversion and a safety. There you go.
I mean, 19-21, maybe.
I still say 18.
Yeah. Nah, it's like I said, either they're going to score or they're going to get close a few times and kick some field goals. So it'll either be 9 or 10.
I see.
21.
Well, I think it is because 18 and 21 is a 3-point difference. I think that they are chasing points at the end of the game. 21 is already scored by the Chargers.
And they give up a touchdown just to get the ball back and kill the clock.
It's 10-21. All right. Bagent throws something. They get the touchdown. They threw a 2-point conversion because they need to get the 3 points. They get the 2-point conversion. They kick the onside kick. They don't get it. Chargers get the ball. Game over.
If that happens, that'd be crazy.
You guys ask how.
You got Martin's crystal ball over there.
There it is, guys. There it is.
That's awesome.
All right. Next week, come and join us. Let's see if I'm 100% right, because I think I am. Let's see if we actually get there. Somehow we'll get there. We'll be here for week 9 waiver wire picks. We'll discuss all the craziness around the NFL and talk about this Bears Chargers game in prime time. I'm a little scared, but I want to say thank you for Rasta. Thank you for Marty jumping in our comments. Jelly of the month, Anthony, BD. We had Peanut Butter and Waivers. We had Steven and Joe and Chris Burke. I appreciate all you guys there. Alejandro was in here, and we had Kirk Cousins Watch, which is the same person. So I appreciate all you guys being in here, and we will see you guys next week. I got to thank my partner in crime, Tank, for jumping in here with me. Yeah. So, guys.
Real quick, tomorrow, Dynasty Pylon, you, Martin, Mark, all the guys will be on here talking about, more waiver wire, more, IDP, Dynasty stuff, watching the Gridiron Heights again, which is always a blast. So, definitely check out on Wednesdays, and then Sundays before the kickoffs, we're live.
Definitely, guys.
So,
Wednesdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. This is what we do. It's Dynasty Pylons, the Panda and Grizzly Show. Appreciate you guys jumping in here, and we'll see you guys later.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday.